Hey, welcome back to the Sunday Serving channel. I'm a little out of breath because just climbed up this Wadi here. So we're coming to you from Israel, from the Holy Land, here in the Judean desert, in the wilderness. I'll pan down here, you'll see that's St. George's Monastery on the Wadi Qelt. So this steep valley canyon called a Wadi comes up from Jericho, which is down there, up through this amazing landscape, on up the hills towards Jerusalem, up that direction. So it's a great place to read the Good Samaritan story. Of course, that's a parable Jesus told, but you could well imagine it happening in a place like this, where a path would go through the desert, through the wilderness. There'd be bandits and robbers and wolves and lions, all kinds of danger, and people coming up from Jericho to Jerusalem. So we'll pan over here to Johan, and he'll share the story of the Good Samaritan. Johan, would you read us that passage?
Yes, good morning. Coming to you live from Wadi Qelt. This is Luke 10:25 through 37, the parable of the Good Samaritan. On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. "Teacher," he asked, "what must I do to inherit eternal life?" "What is written in the law?" he replied. "How do you read it?" He answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." "You have answered correctly," Jesus replied. "Do this and you will live." But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" In reply, Jesus said, "A man was going from Jerusalem to Jericho," which is what we see here, "when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him, and he went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. 'Look after him,' he said. 'When I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have.' Which of these do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of a robber?" The expert in the law replied, "The one who had mercy on him." Jesus told him, "Go and do likewise."
What a great parable, you know. By example, by what we do, that's what matters, not what we say, not the religion, the ritual, the prayers, the words, but the deeds. To take care of those in distress, to have mercy. And so, of course, that's a timeless message. And this might not be the Good Samaritan Inn, but it could have been. Of course, that's a parable, but there must have been inns along here. And Jesus' message that take time. If you see something, if you see someone that needs help, imagine that example that he gave. This Good Samaritan took days out of his agenda, money out of his pocket, and followed up. You know, say, "Bill me, I'll take care of this fellow." And the righteous people, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, they had more important business. They didn't want to be defiled. They didn't want to be bothered. That's not the way of Jesus. A landscape like this, it's so inhospitable to life. It's amazing what goes on here. You drive past camps of Bedouins. In fact, there's Bedouins here trying to sell us wares and goods and rides on donkeys. So maybe we'll go over there and take a ride on a donkey, or see if someone needs help. So anyways, God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Signing out from the land of Israel, the land of Jesus, from the Judean desert, from Wadi Qelt. God bless you.